Welcome to Spring LIB.
Hello everyone, today we're doing chapter 19, problem 4, and this problem asks us to give the IUPAC name for each of these metal salts of these carboxylate anions. So in A, starting over here, A, B, C, and D, so starting with A, we see that we have a benzene group, and right off that benzoic carbon, we have a carboxylic acid. So typically this would just be called benzoic acid. But this is the conjugate base of that oic acid. So if you guys know the suffix, we have oic acid suffix. So this is when it's fully protonated in acidic environments. But if it's deprotonated, so the conjugate base of a carboxylic acid, then we have the suffix ate. So this is a benzoate group. So if you were to name this, then what we have here is benzoate. But now we see that we have a metal salt that's actually in coordination with this and acting as the counter ion to this negatively charged carboxylic acid. So because it's acting as a counter ion, we have to name the salts first. So what is this ion? Well, it's lithium. So simply, this is going to be lithium benzoate. So using that same logic for letter B, we see that sodium is going to be our counter ion. So the name is going to start with sodium. And then what do we have here? Well, this is what we call something with one carbon and it's an acid. So we can call this formic acid. But remember, formic acid is when it's fully protonated, but because it's deprotonated, the conjugate base, it's formate. It's using the ate suffix. Sodium formate. Now for C, what do we have? Well, we have 1, 2, 3 carbons. So we have a propanoic acid, and then on carbon 2 we have a methyl. So this would be a 2-methyl propanoic acid, but because it's the deprotonated conjugate base form, it's 2-methyl propanoate, not oic acid. So we have 2-methyl propano, and instead of oic acid, it's propanoate. But then we have to put the metal in front, and what is this metal? Well, it's potassium. And for the last one here, we see that we have 9 carbon longs, or 8 carbons long. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carbons. So this would be an octaoic acid. But remember, because it's a conjugate base, it's octanoate. And on carbons, so we have 1, 2, 3. Carbon 4, we have a bromine group. And carbon 6, we have an ethyl group. So in terms of alphabetical order, the B comes before E. So we have a 4 bromo, 6 ethyl, octanoate, and the counter ion is sodium. So we add sodium in the front. This is the name for D.